opportunity period. How important, though, is it for you guys to potentially find some game work for these guys this week and get them in a real-life situation?
Well, those guys wouldn't.
Right,
They're
right.
past the point
Yeah,
of
yeah.
no
But
return.
some of the guys who have been used, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's great, but that would be a disrespect or a disservice to the University of Louisiana Lafayette. And why would I sit here and say one thing about talking about being, we're concerned with playing our best and having our best game. Because not only did they play, I think, on Thursday night, so they've had more time to game plan. They've watched an offense. Auburn is very similar to theirs, and they get to watch and see what worked and what didn't and do some things. And we're certainly concerned with them. I'm not concerned with getting the extra playing time in for the guys. That's really what the opportunity period's for.
Kirby, did you hear about Alabama and California actually did it first using former players as scout team guys? Like I think as California brought in Marshawn Lynch, Alabama brought in Blake Sims, Trent Richardson. Is that something that you would consider, or have you done it and we didn't notice?
When you say bring them in as scout team players.
They can bring in, like Alabama brought in Trent Richardson to simulate Leonard Fournette before the LSU game. You can do that, which
Sure, I think the biggest thing there is that I would think they have to be not graduated yet.
I'm not sure.
To be students. Yeah, I'm not aware of that either. So I really don't know exactly what you're speaking of, but I would think they would have to be. I know we have student assistants who come back to be to help coach because they're trying to graduate. So it'd be the same thing as them helping out. I'm not really following you there, but I have not heard that. So
Yeah, I don't know if they have to be graduated, but they can't publicize it ahead of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they can bring them back.
yeah, I was not aware of that. Something it would definitely be worth looking into if we had anybody that could help in those capacities.
Think about a good segue there to Kevin Butler. You think he's made a difference?
Oh, yeah.
Helped Rodrigo out and all those guys?
Absolutely, he is. That's a huge. I mean, we had a situation in Alabama. We had Chris Samuels, who came back and was an all-pro lineman, and he was like an extra coach on the field because he was a student assistant, and that's what KB's been awesome. I mean, he's been good for me from a kicking standpoint. He's been good for Rodrigo, Ham, for all those guys, Marshall. I mean, shoot, he's been great. Just the confidence that he provides. It was almost like the perfect setup for the year of new specialists. To have him involved has been really good.
Put yourself in that. We're putting it back to that 49-yard field goal. Let's say against Auburn. How much do you lean on Kevin in terms of like turn and look at him? You think Rodrigo can make this one? Do you consult him in real time?
In heat of the moment like that. To me, that decision's made in pregame warm-ups on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I go and talk to several people, James Villado, Shane, Kevin, and we have a meeting and we say, this is his yard line here, this is his yard line here based on the wind, and that's the yard line. When you start making those decisions, it changes. So it was within his yard line, and we were going to stick with that or go for it or punt, because I don't think you always make good decisions when calmer heads don't prevail sometimes.
Time for one more, anybody? I know you love black jersey questions. What's the
Last
deal?
question.
Are they y'all definitely using them, and what's the?
Is this the last question?
Yes.
Yes.